Dímelo, Bo Dominican York. What's going on, mi gente? What is going on? Mira, I know it's still the start of the week, right? It's only Tuesday, but over the last, 5, 6, 7 days, wore a couple of nice frags to work, man. Obviously, I wore something different every day, pretty much, and I didn't always wear what I thought I was gonna wear, what I wanted to wear, because I wanted to try other things. But let's kick it off. One of the first ones that I remembered to bring out, Ambra Calabria. Nishane's Ambra Calabria. This guy's a banger. Not my favorite Nishane. And kind of a forgettable scent profile. Citrusy sweet. But a banger. A banger. And felt like I put on too much. I went too liberal with the sprays. That's the problem with all these four. And why I said it was a fire week. Because literally, each of these are ones that I felt like wore light or would present light or would not be overbearing. But I went a little too heavy on the sprays. That first half a day at work, that first morning, the first couple hours, the first 2, 3, 4 hours, I was leaving a scent trail and sillage. But Amber Calabria is forgiving because it is so likable, right? It's not like an in-your-face scent profile. But being an X-straight, it was in their face. Like literally, I knew people were smelling me. I knew it. I smelled myself. And after midday, it toned down. Toned down to the right point where I could still smell it, but only as I heated up. Really good one, guys. Amber Calabria from Nishane. Do I think it's a must-have? I really don't. But I think it's the quintessential springtime fragrance in the Nishane lineup. Quintessential. Another one that I wore this past week, Raja Dove's Danger Parfum. Wow. Was I an idiot with this one, bro? Again, one that I knew better. I sprayed just 2 or 3 too many sprays. Maybe more, maybe 3 or 4 too many sprays. But my goodness, I knew I was affecting my environment. I knew I was engaging the room in my scent trail, in my profile. And I think some guys didn't dig it. But at one point, I just sucked it up and I dominated. I took control of my scent profile and I just owned it, right? What are you going to do? This guy is very mature. This is very mature and very potent. I think I need to just go with like 3 sprays and be done. I could probably even get away with 2. And it wasn't as hot as it was Monday or Saturday, but still, my goodness. This guy did not let go. And yes, after lunch, it became a lot more agreeable. But that first half of the day, sillage, scent trail. People were smelling me before I was there. People were smelling me after I was gone. But nobody said anything. And I think it's because the attitude. You have to have the attitude. And honestly, maybe I wasn't as potent in projection as I thought I was. Maybe I was in my head. But this guy is a serious frag for a serious man. Okay? Next up, one that the wife gave me. And this was the least potent. Now, that morning, I was still smelling myself. But it was because I sprayed a lot. Another citrus So there's mandarin orange in here. There's a lot of other notes in here, but you get that citrusy vibe with a vanillic undertone or underlying tone. So good. And it was my first official wearing. So I've got a lot more wearings of Allure Sport Eau Extreme before I really talk knowledgeably about it, right? And wife did get me. And you guys saw I put it in my video. I do have the regular Allure Sport. Found out they just got Allure Sport Super Ligera in her store. Let me clean that bottle off. But this guy, my goodness, this was absolutely stunning all day. It was the least potent of the 4 that I'm presenting here today, but I was still present, very confident, and more subdued than the other 3. But I can't wait to wear this more often. Got a lot more things I want to wear to the office, but this guy is definitely a stunner, and I know I was still smelling great even by the end of the day because I oversprayed. One that I wore yesterday, Aqua Vitae by MFK. This guy, again, just like Ambra Calabria and just like Danger Parfum, I felt like this was light. So what did I do? I sprayed without counting. I just sprayed to my heart's content. But I found myself slightly restrained because I knew what I had done with Amber Calabria and Danger Parfum. But still, I oversprayed. I underestimated just how potent this can be. Thank goodness this smells delicious. This is actually one that my wife likes. Yeah, she was up here, going through all my frags the other day, and this was one that she likes. Now, I changed out the atomizer on this one from her bottle of Kirky because Kirky had a bad atomizer, and now this one has the bad atomizer. It's shooting out straight, but I'm still rocking it. Look. Crazy. But this was the last of the 4 that I just want to tell you guys. As light as I was picking them up, I should not have oversprayed. Just should not have oversprayed. I would have felt more comfortable that first half of the day, that morning, because I wouldn't have been as in your face with my scent. And the reason I say that is because I don't try to make myself a big presence at work. I do not. I want to lay in the cut. I want to do what I do, and I don't want a lot of attention. I wore these to work, and I swear I had 15 compliments before lunch. I had compliments at the gas station on the way to work. I had compliments and comments all day at work, to the point that at lunch, I took these off and I put my boots on. Yeah, I put my work shoes on. I put boots on. Yeah. So that just is me not wanting to be the center of attention. I don't want to have all eyes focused. You know what I'm saying? And when I put on fragrance, I really don't want everybody all eyes on me just because they can smell me. As a matter of fact, to the point where I think other people are being more fragrant with their choices, because the other day I smelled something in the middle of the showroom, and then I was like, I know that scent. What is that? And then it hit me, vanilla powder. I mentioned it to somebody, and he was like, vanilla. I knew what it was. It was vanilla powder. Somebody was rocking vanilla powder, and I think it was the real one. It didn't smell like like an inspiration of vanilla powder. It smelled like somebody was rocking vanilla powder. But anyway, those are my 4 fragrances that I wanted to highlight that I wore last week or within the last 7 days. What did you guys wear throughout the week? Let me know. Drop a comment down below. Do you own any of these? Have you worn any of these for? And what have been your wearing experiences? What have been your spray counts? I know I oversprayed. Lesson learned. I will spray less. And I'll spray a little bit more on clothing, like the man Cologne says. I know I bring him up a lot, but he's just one of those ones that I watch a lot, and I respect his knowledge in perfumes. Anyway, que Dios me lo bendiga. Talk to you guys soon. Peace.